Hey guys, it's your favorite gold miner, prospector, and geologist, Jeff Williams. And today, we're out in the field looking for a lost gold mine. Now, this isn't any old lost gold mine. If you remember back, we were using Google Earth and a drone to try to find these mysterious objects. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link down below. And of course, I'll leave a link right up here. But after we posted that video, an old timer wrote in and he said, Jeff, I know more about that location than you can imagine. So he told me everything he knew. And when he told me, my mind was blown.
The prophecy is true. Beyond the second wash, your path becomes less defined, demanding a sharp eye to discern the faint switchback trail that snakes up the terrain, winding its way through the rugged landscape, leading to the heart of the gold mine. Here, amidst the red rocks stained with the oxidized iron that betrays the presence of gold, lies the entrance to the mine. Rich with lode gold, gleaming within the quartz veins, the mine's wealth is only revealed to those who know precisely where to look, hidden from the untrained eye by the very earth that cradles it.
So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go find that old timer's secret spot. Now, before we get too far along on the other side of that ridge, I wanted to show you something real quick about some of these starter shafts or prospect pits. Look at this. You can see the vein dipping at about an 75, 80 degree dip. And it's got a east-west strike to it. And they would follow this thing down. That's why a lot of your shafts sit on an incline, because they're following the vein down. And this one didn't look like it was very profitable. Why I'm telling you this is because when you come out to these old gold mining districts, look for these prospect shafts. A lot of times they could have been mere inches away from something profitable, or they were only finding 1 ounce per ton. And back then that wasn't a lot for them. They couldn't survive on 1 ounce per ton. Remember, 20 bucks an ounce back then? And also look for their high grade pile. See it right here? I mean, it's a no-brainer. This is a high-grade pile. It's a little stack off to the side. And then if it was any good, they'd put it on pack mules, put it on a switchback and take it to the mill, see if they could get paid for it. That's what you're looking for. So anyway, we're gonna go looking. And I gotta find me a switchback, because he said, get on the switchback first, and then it'll take you down in there. So I'm gonna run this ridge until I can find it. But I'm not gonna do nothing until you smash that like button. Smash it hard! All right, look at this. Found a big old block of wood out in the middle of nowhere. That means I'm on to something. And look at this. I know it looks like a trench, but it's actually a switchback that's eroded out. And if you look down in the wash, you can see beautiful outcroppings of hematite and iron oxides down there. So I know that they were probably mining this. It's probably a giant parallel vein to the other one on the other side of this ridge. And that's what the old timer was talking about. So I know we're close. So come on, let's go. Yeah, this is part of a switchback. I know it looks like just a big old pile of rocks right here, but that is part of the switchback trail. It goes all the way down into this canyon. Ooh. And of course, along the way, I'm gonna give you geology tips and tricks, like this ugly looking rock right here. Well, what does it look like? It's black and white and red all over. It's a newspaper. No, it's black and white, like a Dalmatian. This is granodiorite. It's easy to remember because it looks like a Dalmatian. Dalmatian, diorite, granodiorite. We're down here in the bottom. Look at this beautiful outcropping. And look at the bedrock here. Good place to sample right here. Look at that. I got claim post markers everywhere out here. Oh, I know I'm close. This is some good looking bedrock too. Now it's not as rough and as angular as I would prefer, but it'd still be worth sampling. Now when you sample, don't sample down here, sample up here. Look for the high water mark. See that? So the low water, there's gonna be so much turbulence and pressure, it's gonna blow out most of your gold. Get up here on the benches and where the high water lines are at. And this principle can be used even in areas like California. Don't get down in the bottom, get up where the high water lines are at. Less pressure, gold's gonna drop out. Look at this beautiful green rock. Remember what I told you about the rock out here? This has a lot of olivine, a lot of epidote, and a lot of chloride in it. This is the mineral assemblages that you like to see when you're out in these gold producing districts. And of course, hematite and magnetite, especially in these giant outcroppings like this. So this is a very good spot. So I have a feeling we're not far from what we're looking for. Look at that, see the road? You can barely see signs of a road right here. Oh, and I got some metal too. See that? And a waterfall. Ooh, I gotta check out that waterfall. You know I love waterfalls. What the heck is that? I know what that is, but I don't know what this is. It's some kind of bag. Honest, baby, it's not my bag. You know I had to say that. I'm gonna find out what's in that thing. There could be coins or gold bars in there. Wow, look at this huge epidote basalt dike. And look, you can see that it has been sheared because there's a fault in there. Snapped it right off and pushed it over. That is so cool. Yeah, you can see the road right there. It's really, really narrow, but you can see the outline of it right there. Well, I got a small road here, but it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. So we're just gonna keep walking along this trail. It goes down into the wash. Oh, and I can see where it goes up over the ridge. Oh, we might be walking. There's my first sign of anybody being out here. Looks like an old beer can. You guys see something unusual here? That should not be here. There's another one there, and another one there. I know why they're here too. You can see them on the tops of the mountains. It's because this area used to be underwater and it was flooded out, and this is all the material that washed over the top and deposited here. Because all this rock came from mountains far away. And that is the same flood, glacial melt, that helped carve out the Grand Canyon about 35 million years ago. There's some more weird looking fabric that we're finding everywhere. I got metal over here too, corrugated metal. You can see where the road goes down this way and then goes up over that hill right there. It's a good thing I ate my Wheaties today, huh? Big old honking pipe in the ground. I bet you they were pumping water with this pipe. Question is, where does it go? And of course, I gotta find out where that switchback goes. They're driving me crazy. I got too much stuff to look at and not enough sunlight. I know. Enough jaw jacking, Jeff. Just get your butt up there. We wanna see what's up there. Look at this beautiful road right here. This is probably the one that connects to that one over there. See that? Oh, this is a good one. But what the heck did they put it here for? I tell you what, that old timer was right. There's more questions here than anything. I could spend a whole week out here. You can see that somebody's been walking on this trail a lot. Right there, this used to be some kind of road. He said, Jeff, that's my secret spot where I'm getting all my gold. If I find your secret spot, that's where I'm gonna be getting all my gold. Now, real quick, the gravel that I'm standing on, the aggregate, this is not indigenous to this area. If you look, it's completely out of place. Even the geology of it doesn't match anything in this area. Like I said, it was brought in by massive flooding from glacial melt. And you can see, if you look at aerial photographs of this area, you'll see where it's capped off on the tops of these ridges and saddles. Look at this, granitic rock and a whole bunch of loose slough sitting here. I mean, look at this. This stuff doesn't even belong here. See that? And you can see it way over in the distance where it's sitting on top of the ridge. Just more evidence of a huge glacial melt that created the Grand Canyon. Here's another good point right here. Look at this. See this? This shouldn't be here. See that? All this loose gravel down there, all the way down. I know there's a mine down there, and I know that's the mine he's talking about. Oh, look, I got a switchback right here. Now this is the road that we saw on Google Earth. And it goes all the way down to some more diggings. This is how they're hauling their ore out, which means it's fabulously rich for them to cut a road like this. There's a beautiful outcrop right there, you see it? And then somebody drove a crosscut right into it. I know, I'm looking. Ooh, look what I found. Somebody's been digging. Somebody's been digging. Nice. Look at that beautiful looking material. Somebody was digging right here. Looks like they drove a crosscut in, see it? Right here. That's a beautiful looking outcrop. Holy cow, look at this, look. Jeez. Iron forever. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful looking? Oh my goodness. That's solid iron. Holy cow. Oh, this would be worth prospecting. Look at that. Ah. Nice. But I know there's gold in it. I can tell just by looking at it. Look at these veins. This is incredible. Look at this. See that? Nice. That's the vein material right there. See all that brecciated quartz? See where they dug it all out right there? Man, they were going to town on this. I don't know if this was the old timer spot or not. You're not going to be able to see this on Google Earth. Maybe a little bit of red, but there's so much red in this canyon. It's hard to differentiate between the natural outcrops. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull a sample. We're going to see what's in here. And then if there's any gold, I'll leave snapshots up at the end of the video. But man, this is beautiful looking material. Look at this shaft. If you didn't know this shaft was here, you just walk right up to it and fall in. Now, when I first saw this, I thought, nah, this is nothing. It's just a little prospect. I don't see any mine dump. I don't see anything. But take a look at this. Look at this. It's not that deep, but it sure would hurt if you were to fall into it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, they're chasing that vein down. They're chasing that vein down. See the track? Look at that beautiful, well-defined outcrop. Right there. Nothing but hematite, magnetite, and hopefully gold. Well, I found something. It looks like somebody's been trying to hide it. Look at this. See this? Doesn't look like much of anything, but look at this. See that? Somebody tried to... Look at that. Somebody's trying to hide this. But you know me, if there's a mine, I'm gonna find it, especially if it's got gold in it. What the heck is that? Look at this platform right here, you see it? That looks like an old stove, don't it? Look at that. That is an old stove. Nice. And that looks like it was for a blacksmith shop, for the anvil. That's definitely an old stove. It's upside down. But that is an old stove. So if I had to guess, there was some type of a base camp right here. They usually have big stoves like that if they're gonna have a bunch of guys working. And I can see remnants of a bed, lots of beds. Look at this, look at this. See this? This is used for beds, for the cots. There's another one right here. And see how they're tied to these frames? These are the frames of the cots. And there's another one over there. There's an old spring right there. So yeah, they must have had some kind of a large camp right here. Imagine what it looked like back in the day. This thing must have been monstrous. Definitely where they had the bunkhouse for all the workers for the mine and the mill. And here's the old mill. And of course, here's the concrete foundations for the drive. And of course, the boiler sat there. And then of course, there's the flue for the boiler that sat there. And in case you missed it, look at the ore that comes out of this area. Isn't that just the prettiest stuff you ever saw, huh? That's what I thought you'd say. Wow, look at that. There's the faceplate of the boiler. And you can see the flue tubes. So where's the rest of it? You imagine hauling that up here? I can't even, that thing's got to weigh a ton, just the faceplate. Imagine the whole tank with all the flue tubes in it. Wow, these people were tough as nails. This is a good place to run a backpack. See how sharp and angular that is? And it cuts the wash at a 90 degree. That is fantastic. And this is a gold producing district, which makes it even better. And if I had to guess, this looks like they were doing some hand stacking right here. Clean this out. Yep, look at this. See how they got all this piled up on the side? And over here, that's hand stacking. There's gold in this wash. We'll have to come back later with a backpack. Black sand everywhere in here. Look at that, just gobs and gobs of it. Gobs and gobs of black sand. Ooh, these are nice little traps too for gold, especially these pockets like this right there, especially if there's like rocks to hold the gold in. That is fantastic. Oh wow, look at all this metal in here. Probably for a water tank. Yeah, this is the base of a water tank. Huge. Look at that, tons and tons of metal. So you know that there's a mine around here somewhere. Ah, looks like somebody beat me to it. What is that? Ooh, it's warm in here. It's really warm. Smells bad too. That means pack rats. We're gonna crush up those samples and find out what's in it. So if there was any gold, I'll leave a snapshot at the end of this video. And don't forget, at the end of each month, we give away a brand new Gold Monster 1000 metal detector, bags of pay dirt from our drift mine, and silver bars. And if you wanna get involved with that, all you gotta do is look for the little icon at the end of the video that looks like that. You're gonna click on it, make a $10 pledge, and you're in like Flynn. And if you wanna see more videos of us finding mines using Google Earth and drones, go ahead and watch this video right here. And I'll see you on the next video.